Maybe it's just the wind. Probably is. I keep imagining things. And I still keep wanting to watch over my shoulder as I walk up. Just in case. Huh? I can almost feel the wet moss against my hands as I steady myself against the fence. I like this game.
Reading Donnelly by the weak afternoon sunlight. He landed on the south side of the island, followed the path to the bay and climbed the mount. He did not find the caves, and he did not chart the north side. I think this is why his understanding of the island is flawed, incomplete. He stood on the mount and only wondered momentarily how to descend. But then, he didn't have my reasons.
Which are? Donnelly. The caves. Okay. Well, looks like we're making progress at least. Wait, am I Donnelly?
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boat, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
Oh, infection? Of the mind and the flesh? He doesn't want to be rescued? Many questions. And so few answers. Well, maybe later. Here's some standing stones. Looks like another path across the mountain, across the chasm. Oh, can hardly see. I'm just following this fence.
A motley lot with little to recommend them. I have now spent 3 days in their company. That is, I fear, enough for any man not born amongst them. Despite their tedious inclination to quote scripture, they seem to me the most godforsaken of all the inhabitants of the Outer Isles. Indeed, in this case, the very gravity of that term, forsaken by God, seems to find its very apex. It appears to me that Donnelly, too, found those who wander this shoreline to be adrift from any chance of redemption. Did he include himself in that, I wonder?
Okay, so Donnelly was a visitor to the island, it seems. Oh, another standing stone. What was that? Could have sworn I heard something. You guys can probably rewind the movie and see if it was something there, but I can't. Some kind of, not growling, but gurgling. If you can hear it, that is. Again, my senses might just be playing tricks on me. I feel like I'm going the wrong way. Nope. I'm going to follow this fence for a while, I think. Well, there's a lighthouse. There's a shipwreck. Oh, well, that's interesting. Another mystery to be solved. Or at least to be discovered. And there's the caves. Well, at least it's not raining.
Dear Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
Is that so? Let's make our way into the caves then. There's a lighthouse. Oh, that's where I started. Wasn't it? Was that a radio? I can't reach the ship, it seems.
I threw my arms wide and the cliff opened out before me, making this rough home. I transferred my belongings from the bothy on the mount and tried to live here instead. It was cold at night, and the sea lapped at the entrance at high tide. To climb the peak, I must first venture even deeper into the veins of the island, where the signals are blocked altogether. Only then will I understand them, when I stand on the summit and they flow into me, uncorrupted.
Alright, let's do that then. To the caves. More paint. More strange figures. What is this? Some kind of... Oh, that's this formula again. It's... Let's see. Yeah, it's the same... Almost the same. Yo, it's the same thing. Could it be connected to his illness? What's this? No idea. What is that? Oh, it's his belongings. Oh, someone's belongings. Clothes, fish, bread, or paint. Wow. What was that? Let's go outside again. Not much to see here. Let's go up the mountainside. Should I check out the ship? I don't want to get wet. This looks like it's freezing. I'm just gonna... No, let's leave it. Let's go up this path. Ever closer to the... I think it's a lighthouse. No, it's a signal tower. Yeah, I talked about a signal. Some kind of radio tower?
The vegetation here has fossilized from the roots up. To think they once grazed animals here, the remnants of occupation being evidence to that. It is all sick to death. The water is too polluted for the fish, the sky is too thin for the birds, and the soil is cut with the bones of hermits and shepherds. I've heard it said that human ashes make great fertilizer, that we could sow a forest from all that is left of your hips and ribcage, with enough left over to thicken the air and repopulate the bay.
That's grim. Very grim. I like it. Oh, and here's the standing stones. I wonder if there's any right or wrong way to play this game. I don't know. Well, it looks like some kind of dust up there. No, it might just be lightning effects. Kinda eerie. That was that sound again. Again with the chemistry stuff, and let's see. Looks like a Bible and chemistry. Again with the chemistry thing. Maybe he was trying to cure something. I'm gonna follow this little stream. Can I do that? No, I can't. Well, let's go back and up this pathway. Let's see. Flowers. Should be getting fairly close now, I think. So many questions. Who am I? Donnelly? Who is Donnelly? Who is Esther? Who is talking? Okay, the point of no return, it seems. Ever forward. Oh, loading screen. Whoa, well, I don't know much more about the game than I knew before I started it. But I do like it.
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services. But although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
Alright, that didn't really make things any clearer. But I think this is a good place to end the set. As we continue, as we continue the story, we'll hopefully get some answers to our questions. If you've been watching, thank you, and I'll see you later.